Have you ever found an artist that was so amazing you listened to their entire catalog of music in just a day or a week, and then you realize they have no more music to listen to and they haven't dropped a song for a while? Yeah, trust me, you're not alone. In this video, we'll take a look at 5 artists that have really good music but tend not to drop it too often and have us wanting more. Let's start with number 5, SZA. SZA, also known as Solana, started with her debut EP in 2012, See SZA Run, which she followed up in 2013 with her second EP, S. To take it a couple years back, SZA originally met Top Dog Entertainment members in 2011 during the CMJ New Music Report when her boyfriend's clothing company sponsored a show that Kendrick Lamar was performing in. The early music material she had was given to TDE's president, Punch, who was surprised by the quality of it. With the buzz of her first 2 EPs rising, TDE stepped in to sign her as the label's first female artist in 2013. It was around 2014 when SZA's visibility started increasing when she was featured on several label mates records like Schoolboy Q and Isaiah Rashad, which then led to a single she released with Chance the Rapper. From 2015, SZA gained leverage through writing for some big names, those of which include Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, and Rihanna. This consistency of quality from SZA's talents and her unreleased music led her to signing her first major label deal with RCA Records. And that's when in June 2017, SZA released her debut album Control, which was ranked the best album of 2017 by Time. Among having Grammy nominations for Best New Artist, she never ended up winning despite having the most nominations in 2018. Despite some of her latest features, which include Kendrick Lamar's All the Lights, DJ Khaled's Just Us, and her latest release with Justin Timberlake, The Other Side, she hasn't released another album like Control, and fans have been constantly begging her for new music, especially through Twitter and Instagram. It seems from social media, SZA's been enjoying nature and working on her well-being, which we give her props for. But we hope that she's been working in the studio to make us another iconic project that we can all hear soon and put on replay. Number 4. Bryson Tiller. Bryson Tiller's career started off in 2011 when releasing his first mixtape, Killer Instinct Volume 1, which initially gave notable recognition after following the release of his debut single, Don't, which peaked at number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100. Tiller uploaded the Don't single to his SoundCloud account, which started receiving internet attention from music listeners and industry insiders. This was an era when SoundCloud was hot, so there were a lot of eyes on the platform in 2014. With the song catching buzz, Bryson garnered early cosigns from Timbaland and even Drake, which eventually ended up leading him to sign a creative partnership with RCA Records that was announced in 2015. It's also interesting to note that Bryson was offered a chance to sign with Drake's OVO Sound record label, but declined the offer. Wonder how that would have been. In September, Bryson was included in Rolling Stone's 10 New Artists You Need to Know, and just a month later he released his Trap Soul album that would not only gain major fan recognition and love, but spearhead an entire subgenre and sound for R&B culture. Tiller's second single from Trap Soul, Exchange, would go on to peak at number 26 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earned him his first Grammy nomination. 2016 is when Bryson Tiller started the Trap Soul Tour for the promotion of his album, with opening act They. In May 2017 is when Bryson Tiller dropped his highly anticipated second album, True to Self, which ended up doing good when it was released, debuting him at number 1 on the Billboard 200. It became Tiller's first number 1 album in the US. However, it didn't meet the critical and commercial expectations set by his 2x platinum certified 2015 debut, Trap Soul. Although a lot of fans loved Bryson's second album, True to Self, it did come with its critiques from fans, that some of which claimed he fell off. Tiller stated in a tweet that he was depressed before he made the album and you could hear it in the music, and statistically, we didn't do that great because of it. His exchange on Twitter was prompted by replying to a fan with facts that indeed he fell off, but asked if the fan made beats, which he did, which Tiller responded asking for some fire to help him get back to where the fan thought he was. And look, it's no secret that living up to expectation can be extremely hard, especially by the general public and fans. But that definitely doesn't mean that the fans have lost their hope or don't want to hear any more music from you. But in the years since True to Self, Tiller's remained pretty quiet except for his huge feature with DJ Khaled and Rihanna with Wild Thoughts, his extended feature on Playing Games with Summer Walker, and his notable single, Blame. Also, the occasional SoundCloud singles, covers, or leaks. It's safe to say we could use another body of work from Tiller, as he's extremely talented and always delivers solid material which gains tons of plays and buzz always. Number 3. PARTYNEXTDOOR. In 2013, PARTYNEXTDOOR was the first artist signed to Drake's OVO Sound record label, and later that same year released his first self-titled EP, PARTYNEXTDOOR. Before getting signed to Drake's label, PARTYNEXTDOOR actually made music under another name, which was his real name, RnB, and his sound was more electronic-infused R&B rather than the sound we've came to know him for today. It was at the age of 18 that he signed a publishing deal with Warner Chappell as a songwriter under the name PARTYNEXTDOOR, which most likely the new identity gave him the confidence of really honing in on his singing and sound. Though the release of his 2013 EP wasn't huge, Party had landed his vocals on Drake's third studio album Nothing Was the Same on the tracks Own It and Come Through. July 2014 was when his studio album PARTYNEXTDOOR 2 was released, which ended up landing a Billboard charting record with Recognize featuring Drake. He then followed up with another 4-track EP later the same year entitled PND Colors, and followed that up with Colors 2 in 2017. Party was not only on the rise as an artist, but also as a songwriter, as he earned his first #1 song as a songwriter when he wrote Rihanna's 2016 hit Work from her album Anti. The momentum Party had grew when he released his Come and See Me, which featured Drake from his upcoming P3 album. It was after the release of his EP 7 Days that PARTYNEXTDOOR took a hiatus for reasons unknown. But Party returned in December 2019 with 2 singles, The News and Loyal, which were the lead singles for his album Party Mobile that ended up releasing in March 2020. This made people extremely excited to see and hear Party back with new material for his fans. Even though this is a recent drop, people are still asking PARTYNEXTDOOR for more music, which around May 2020, he actually went on Instagram Live to show some unreleased material, plus talk to fans. Will Party give us more music, or will he take another hiatus for a while? Number 2. Rihanna. In 2003, Rihanna formed a musical trio with 2 of her classmates, and she was discovered in her home country of Barbados by American record producer Evan Rogers. She ended up getting her group an audition with Rogers, even without having any material for the group, and when Rogers met the girls, he quoted, "The minute Rihanna walked into the room, it was like the other 2 girls didn't exist." Rihanna ended up recording demos with Rogers, 2 of which were Ponder Replay and The Last Time, and they got sent out to Def Jam Records, where Jay Brown, an A&R executive there, was one of the first to hear the demos. Brown played the demo for Jay-Z, who recently got appointed as president to Def Jam, that then led her to getting an audition to get signed to the label. After she auditioned for L.A. Reid, he was so impressed he told Jay-Z not to let Rihanna leave the building until the contract was signed. This led to her waiting in Jay-Z's office until 3 a.m. in the morning to get lawyers to draft up a contract because he wanted to prevent her from signing to another label. The deal was signed and Rihanna's career started in 2005. Over the years, Rihanna released albums like Girl Gone Bad, Rated R, Loud, Talk That Talk, Unapologetic, and Anti, but there was a huge gap between her Unapologetic album and the Anti album, 4 years to be exact. Now, another 4 years later after Anti, we're still waiting on another project from Rihanna. But it's no secret Riri is a busy woman, being the founder and CEO of her own company Fenty Beauty, which is extremely popular. Though Rihanna's been mostly quiet for the past 4 years, she's appeared on some features, including DJ Khaled's Wild Thoughts with Bryson Tiller and her latest 2020 feature Believe It with PARTYNEXTDOOR. We're all itching for another album from Rihanna, but when will we get it? Number 1. Frank Ocean. Possibly the blueprint for being mysterious and not dropping music for a while and coming back out of nowhere would be Frank Ocean. There's a saying in music where you know you're a legendary artist if you can disappear for years, drop a song, and come back like you've never left and the songs still get huge attention. For Frank, it started in 2006 when he moved to Los Angeles to pursue his music career. In less than 3 years since moving to LA, he ended up getting a songwriting deal and writing for artists including Justin Bieber, John Legend, and Brandy. Also, in 2009, Frank Ocean joined the hip-hop collective Odd Future and befriended Tyler the Creator. It wasn't until after signing with Def Jam in 2009 and getting frustrated with them that he worked on his own mixtape and in 2011 released it, which was entitled Nostalgia Ultra. The project was extremely well received. It was even after the project that his relationship with Def Jam Records strengthened, and then the acclaim from the project led to collaborations with Jay-Z and Kanye West. 2012 is when Frank Ocean delivered the Channel Orange, which was another huge success for him and garnered him 6 Grammy nominations. Blonde was the next album that Frank Ocean released in 2016, but leading up to the album were tons of delays, mixed up dates, and confusion. In 2017, Ocean had his first collaboration since parting ways with Def Jam, which was Slide from Calvin Harris and Migos. Since Blonde, Frank has been extremely quiet on social media, and people will never know when he'll pop up to drop a song or anything. But recently, Frank Ocean has dropped a few tracks, but we could all agree that we'd like another full album from him, and way more music. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching this video. I know we may have missed a few artists that we want more music from, so if we did, who are they? Comment below on your picks, and also make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.